This lesson is going to show you how to convert volume. Now, the conversion factors for volume are shown here. This is your table. Some of it can be a little bit confusing, but you really just need to look in the question exactly what you need, and then you come back to this table and find the right one that fits what you're trying to find. So I'll keep coming back to this page as we are doing the examples. So the first example wants us to convert 5.45 teaspoons to milliliters. Now again, all these conversions are going to be used with a proportion, and then you solve your proportion with cross multiplication. So this is teaspoon to milliliters. So let's go back at our conversion table. And right here under cooking units, it says 1 teaspoon is equal to 5 milliliters. So that's what we want, and that's what you'll write down to start. Oops. Okay, 1 teaspoon is equal to 5 milliliters. Now, 5.45 teaspoons is given, so we need to put teaspoons under teaspoons. And we want to know X amount of milliliters. So let's cross multiply. X times 1 is X. And 5 times 5.45 is 27.25 milliliters. So 5.45 teaspoons is equal to 27.25 milliliters. And that's your answer. The next question is 872 milliliters is equal to how many Canadian fluid ounces? Now, here it's a little tricky to find that because it'll say here 1 US fluid ounce. Well, that's not what we want. We want Canadian. So then you need to look under the Canadian. There's Canadian here, and this represents Canadian as well. So right here it says 1 imperial flowing or fluid ounce, but it's under Canadian. So this is the one that we want to work with. So this is what we're going to write. So we could say 1 imperial fluid ounce is equal to 28.41 milliliters. They give us the milliliters, so we need to write that under the milliliters, so 872 milliliters. And we want to find how many Canadian fluid ounces that is. So we cross multiply. X times 28.41 is 28.41x. And 1 times 872 is just 872. Now we need to do an extra step and divide, because we need to solve for x. So divide by 28.41. And so 872 divided by 28.41 gives us 9.9. I'll just write it as imperial fluid ounces, but it represents the Canadian fluid ounce. And that's your answer. Now, this next one says 25 US gallons is equal to how many liters? So let's go back to our table. US gallons and liters. So that one is right at the top here. It says US gallon and it says liters. So this is the conversion factor that we want to use. So let's write that down. 1 US gallon is equal to 3.785 liters. Now they give us the US gallons, it's 25, so we put that under the US gallon. And we want to know how many liters that is. So let's cross multiply. 1 times x is x, and 25 times 3.785 gives us 94.625 liters. And there's our answer. All right, one more. Now this says US pints and how many US fluid ounces. So let's go back. That's what we need to look at when we're looking at here. And it would be up here. 1 US pint is equal to 16 fluid ounces. So that's the one that we're looking for. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time to find it, but just keep looking and find the key terms. All right, they are giving us the US pints, so we put that under the US pints. And we want to know how many fluid ounces that is. So let's cross multiply. 1 times x is x, and 5.75 times 16 gives us 92 fluid ounces. And there's your answer. So that's about it. The hardest thing is to find your right conversion factor in your table, but other than that, set it in a proportion, solve your proportion, and you will find your answer. So that's it. You can go ahead and try your practice.